She's one of the most unique voices to ever covet a microphone. She's a supremely talented singer, songwriter, composer, multi instrumentalist, artist, designer. She has a voice that can make you feel like you're soaring and bring you to your knees simultaneously. She elevates everything she touches. She is one of the iconic women who make Q101. She's Amy freaking Lee from
Holy
Evanescence.
shit. How am I going to live up to
I'm
that?
pretty sure your track record is enough.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that incredible intro. And thanks for having me on the show. Good to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited. We've got new music from Evanescence, the first in 4 years, Afterlife, which I must have listened to 50 times in a row when I first got it.
Nice. Nice.
It's so captivating, just like
Thank
everything
you.
that you do. Where did
Thank
the
you.
where did this song come from?
Well, it came from, Netflix reaching out about wanting a song for their new series for Devil May Cry, which is really cool. I got to watch everything that's done so far, and it's so well done, and really something unique and different for us. This song was already started by Mako, and he and I worked together one time before on a Lindsey Sterling track that we did together during the pandemic times. We've actually never even met in person. It's always just like over internet stuff. But he had this song started, and I thought it was really cool. And it's just one of those things where it's good timing. We were kind of, coming to the end of our tour last year and getting ready for the creation. We've been working in times to create in between tour, but we've just been kind of going so heavy on the road. You can't always squeeze that in. But at this point, we're just like, I'm overflowing. New stuff has to happen. It is time. The insane indoor creative me is reborn, and I'm going nonstop. So we're very excited to have new music out.
We are all so excited too, and I love to hear all this from you that you're just bursting at the seams. So,
Yes.
Devil May Cry, a video game.
Hmm.
Are you a gamer?
I am. I have been obsessed with the Legend of Zelda series in particular.
Yeah.
I was very young, and it's one of those things where it was my favorite. Like Ocarina of Time was this just special to me and my family. Actually, my little brother and I used to play it all the time, and my sisters too. But it's about music, like you have to like play songs to like go back in time or like warp to other places. So anyway, love that. And then they came out with like the most amazing games ever the past, I guess it's been like about a decade, with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So that's kind of my like relax and stop thinking about stuff routine. Like usually right before bed, I'm just gonna go try to find. There's always more to do. It's a whole
Gotcha.
world.
My game used to be Guitar Hero, and then I got to
Oh,
a
me
point,
too.
I think it was trying to play Evanescence songs, and I just broke it because
You
I
want to
was,
know something funny? I used to really be into those games too. Everybody would come over to our house, and we brought home like a version of one of those games from Japan before they had them in America. So we were like the cool people that had like the Japan thing. Anyway, I forget whether it was Guitar Hero or one of those where you can sing. Singing is an option.
mm,
Um,
rock
and
band.
I tried to do my own song, and I got zero. And I was like, I'm doing it exactly right. Like I'm stopping at the right places and everything, but it's like it was canceling it out so that it was like nothing was happening. So like, you know what I mean? So it was
It's
like, this is the same voice at the same time. It's like, nope, nope, no input. You failed.
it's kind of funny for us non-musicians to play those games with actual musicians because it's absolutely not based on any merit or real
It,
talent.
I mean, it can be hard for musicians actually, like
Yeah.
especially guitar players, like trying to learn how to not play guitar.
That's why I
Anyway,
was so good at it.
yeah.
All right, so enough about video games. You're bursting at the seams, new music. Is this the beginning of another album? What's
Yeah.
happening?
Yes. This isn't on it. This is just a side step, but
Okay.
we are in the midst of writing and recording new songs. We have been since like last. I'm trying to think when it started, maybe October. So yeah, got a lot. I don't. I feel like it. I don't know if I've ever had so many songs in progress at the same time. Like just stuff just keeps coming out. I just keep having something to say, and it's a really it's a really good feeling
Mm.
when you hit that spot, because I definitely get in a way where I feel stuck. I'll get a great idea and I just like can't do anything to it for like a year. because
Mm.
it's like, I don't know, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, I don't have anything to say. I feel like I have so much to say right now. So very excited for lots of new music just coming out all over the place very
Okay.
soon.
Should we put anything on our calendars? Should we?
I don't have dates for you
Okay.
yet, but I think things will just kind of continue to be coming out.
Well, I am so excited to hear that. And in the month of March, Women's History Month, every day I do a huge feature on Q101 celebrating the women who make Q101. And you are one of them who
Awesome.
helped build this radio station from the ground up. So I would love to ask you, going back to Eternity of the Remorse, back when you were
Oh
11,
my.
in
Yeah,
the
okay.
very beginning, like what women were inspiring you in that time to pick up your pen, to pick up and start writing and start creating?
When I was 11. My son is 10 now. He's going to be 11 this year.
Wild.
That's so hard to imagine. Um, what women? When I was that age, to be honest, like I really liked classical music, and then the contemporary music that I was really into, I was just right on the cusp of like discovering alternative music and heavy music and that changing everything. But first it was like Whitney Houston, big time. Big time. Mariah Carey too, like
Mm.
singers, just like listening to them and trying to memorize the vocal runs and see what I could do. And I loved choir. My choir teacher, Kayla Stewart, back then a long time ago, was really amazing to me and gave me like an opportunity to teach the choir like a song that I wrote for graduation.
What?
And yeah, like I,
That's
I showed her
amazing.
something that I wrote, and she pushed me to like learn how to notate through a digital program instead of like I was trying to do it. I wanted to be Mozart, so I was like trying to write for real, which is really hard. But like writing for choir, she's like, well, there's this computer program, and she told me about it. It's like, if you can do this and you can write it out and have it, to where we could read it, I'll teach you how to conduct, and I'll let you do it for the class. And it worked out so well that we like did it for graduation, and it was this big, really special moment for me because I wasn't like famous at school, like far from it. So it was my big moment. And then it was only 2 years later that I was using that skill that she taught me to like conduct the choir on Fallen for the songs that I'd written.
What a lady.
There you go.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
I will never forget the first time that I heard you because it changed everything for me. Starting out in radio, and you were challenging the status quo and redefining what rock music could be and what it could look like. So, from the beginning, did it feel like you were kicking down not just doors for yourself, but doors for women everywhere?
It's hard to say that it felt like that. When things like that are happening in real life, and you probably relate to this, like in real time, it's a big deal to you, but I don't know. I can't go around thinking that every move I make is going to have some huge impact on like millions of people or whatever. Like that's too much pressure.
Sure.
So in the moment, I'm fighting for what I love. I'm fighting for what I believe in. I'm fighting for integrity. I'm fighting for because I thought our music was worth it. And I never thought that being a woman would be an obstacle, because all the people that I looked up to in high school and all the women like in alternative music, it was so Shirley Manson and Tori Amos and the Cranberries and Veruca Salt and Hole, and there was Alanis Morissette. It seemed to me like, especially in the 90s, like the more unique you were, the cooler it was, the more you had an opportunity to stand out amidst a whole bunch of other artists. And I think that in the record label's mind, and I unfortunately I think this has kind of only gotten worse, safety is key. So what can we connect this to and pitch that this is similar to? And when you're different, for multiple reasons at the same time, like our music, I'm a woman, but also like our music was a combination of extremes. So trying to pitch that to I don't know, that was just really a hard fight that I didn't realize was going to be a fight. And in the moment for me, what I felt like was I was sure that it was good enough. Like I was sure that it was worth not compromising about. And I was sure that if they just give us the chance, then it would do something. And some of that, boils down to being a stupid 20-year-old and having a lot of blind faith and stuff you know nothing about. But part of it, turned out to be true. So I say, if you're an artist, listen, learn, but nobody knows better than you who you are and what you have to say. So fight for it.
Great advice. There's this clip of you at a festival that I love where I think you were getting some shit and you just come out and you go, yeah, there's a grand piano on the stage. What are you going to do about it? And you've just always had that.
Yeah, that was a download.
Ugh.
I was the only woman on stage that day. And we were opening for Iron Maiden and I was 22.
That's
and
amazing.
I was totally scared. But I think that I've learned, when it comes to live music, just confidence is at least half of it. Mm-hmm. Just you believing that what you're doing is cool and that you belong there is so much of it. Do a great job, make great music. Of course, you wouldn't be there, if you hadn't kind of done some of that, but just own it. Just go for it. Don't be afraid. No fear.
Come on. I got to thank you. You're so generous. And I know I only have a minute with you, but you sent me the Love Overall hoodie.
Yeah. Nice.
So much stuff. I have so much Amy Lee stuff for you watching right now. You sent me autographed VIP passes, all the vinyl, autographed slip mat. I mean, this is like my Amy Lee treasure trove that I'm giving away. It looks like your closet?
Yeah, I have like one section of my closet. It's just like holding on to stuff to like, in case I need to give somebody something.
All right. Well, I'm going to give away Amy Lee's closet during
That's awesome.
Who make Q101. So just make sure you're listening weekdays at noon, stream from anywhere in the world at Q101.com. I just want to say thank you again so much. Thank you for encouraging people to be better. Thank you for all your gifts that you continue to share with us. We're just so grateful and can't wait to hear what's next from Amy Lee.
Thank you.
And Evanescence.
Thank you. You rock, Lauren. Thanks.
See you back in Chicago soon?
All right, please.
Okay. It's a date.
Okay. See you then. Thank you so much. That was so nice.
Thank you so much. Sorry, tried to keep it in the time frame, but
no, that's cool.
So glad to finally get some time with you.
You too.
All right.
I'll see you soon. All right.
See you soon.